Good morning, learners. Welcome to today's lesson. I'm Sst Albanus, taking you through social studies. And today, I just want to review some work that you did in class 7, and that is the scramble and partition of Africa. The scramble and partition of Africa. When you talk about scramble, this is the disorderly way or disorderly manner in which the European nations rushed to acquire colonies in Africa. Scramble means disorderly way in which European nations rushed to acquire colonies. In Africa. When you talk of scramble, or we can also use another word to say the struggle, the disorderly way, the rush. For example, I come with the sweets here in my class, and I try to draw them here, or I put them here on a table, and I say, those who wish to take one to pick. What will you do? Most of you will rush in a disorderly way, fighting to get that sweet. And that is how the Europeans did as they were acquiring colonies in Africa. Then we have the word partition. To partition means the sharing, how they shared and acquired colonies in Africa after a conference which was held in Berlin in Germany. Partition means sharing. Partition. This is a sharing of colonies. So, during this scramble, the European nations did it in a disorderly way, in such a way that a man by the name Otto von Bismarck, who was the Chancellor of Germany at that time, he saw that there was about to erupt a war between the European nations as they were trying to acquire colonies in Africa. And so he decided to call a conference in Germany, which was held between 1884, Berlin Conference. It was known as Berlin Conference. This was between 1884 and 1885. And it was called by Otto von Bismarck. He was the Chancellor of Germany at that time. He saw that a war was about to erupt between these nations as they tried to acquire colonies in Africa. Now he called this conference where the European nations partitioned Africa among themselves, or they shared Africa among themselves. So from there, we are the factors or the reasons for the scramble of Africa. Reasons for scramble for Africa. Reasons for scramble of Africa, and these reasons were grouped into categories, 3 categories. We have economic reasons. Economic reasons, and one is search for raw materials. Search for this time, when a struggle for Africa was was taking place, in Europe, there was what we call it as Industrial Revolution. Industries had come up, and these industries required raw materials, and Africa was rich in raw materials. So the Europeans decided to get these raw materials from Africa. So this became the main reason as to why the European nations scrambled for Africa. So this is the main reason. The main reason for the scramble and partition of Africa was to search raw materials for their industries. 2. Economic reason. Number 2, they wanted markets. Such markets for industrial goods. These industries in Europe were making goods, and now they needed a market whereby they can sell these goods they were making. And they saw that Africa was one of the places whereby it could provide a ready market for the goods. So that made them to scramble for Africa. Another one was to invest their surplus capital. Yeah. They wanted a place where they can invest their surplus capital. To invest their surplus capital. They wanted a place where they can invest their surplus capital. Then we have now the social reasons. And 1, they needed land to settle their surplus population. They needed a land where they can settle their surplus population. This was due to increase in population in Europe. So because of this increase in population, they needed more land to settle their surplus population. So to settle their surplus population. Second, on the same, we have to spread Christianity. To spread Christianity. Apart from this, they wanted to stop slave trade. To stop the slave trade. This is what Dr. David Livingstone had written a letter to the Queen of England, asking her to help in curbing this kind of trade, the slave trade. So that contributed to scramble and partition of Africa, so that they can stop slave trade and replace it with the legitimate trade. To stop the slave trade and replace it with the legitimate trade. Another reason is that they wanted to protect their missionaries. Remember, at that time, missionaries had already started coming into Africa, and Africans were becoming hostile to them. So these missionaries asked their governments to offer protection. So the other reason it is to protect their missionaries. To protect their missionaries. We call it as the missionary factor, whereby they wanted to protect their missionaries from hostile African communities. Then we have political reasons. Political reasons for scramble partition of Africa, and why? For prestige and as a show of power. European nations scrambled for Africa to show power or for prestige. And as a show of power. Remember that the more the colonies you are, the more powerful you are seen to be. So the European nations tried to acquire more colonies so that they can be seen to be powerful. Next one was the strategic reasons. We have the strategic reasons. What do I mean when I talk about strategic reasons? We have some strategic areas like the source of River Nile. The source and the cause of River Nile. It was very important for British in Egypt. So these countries tried to see how they can acquire areas occupied by River Nile. So we have the strategic reasons like the source and the cause of River Nile. Countries wanted to protect it, of which the Britain had already occupied it. So they wanted to have control of it. Another strategic area is the Suez Canal, River Niger. Those are areas of strategic importance. Then from there we have to acquire land to expand their empires. To acquire land. To expand their empires. To acquire land to expand their empires. So the European nations wanted more land where they can expand their territories. And those are the reasons that led to scramble and partition of Africa. In our next lesson, we are going to see how Africa was divided into different territories and how the colonies were acquired. Then we look at African response to colonial rule. Otherwise, let me wish you a nice day today. We shall meet in our next lesson. Try to continue reading. Revise class 4, 5, 6 work and 7 for preparation of your exam. Try to revise. Read the notes that you are given. Don't forget to read them. Otherwise, let me wish you a good day. Thank you.